And there you can see the enormity of what appears to be a secondary explosion. Whether that was, it could well be the first explosion, because it may have been a fire just before it. But
So 10 times more magma, 1,000 times more eruption.
Potentially.
Okay, so let's increase it by another factor of 5 and make it 125 cubic kilometers. This time, let's just run it this time just from the hydrothermal blast.
Sure. The EI5 again.
Okay. The EI5 again. Whoa. What happened?
Computer glitch?
Okay, tell me what we just saw. All right, I'll say it. If we have a reservoir of melt down there that's larger than 125 cubic kilometers, then this model is telling us that even a moderate eruption near Norris could destabilize the rest of the chamber and trigger a,
VEI8. Super eruption.
That's great, great. And if frogs had wings, then they wouldn't bump their little green arses hopping around, eh? If there was a pocket of melt over 125 cubic kilometers, then a possible eruption at Norris may trigger further eruptions, which maybe, just possibly, could register as VEI8. Brilliant. Great. Jesus, you're letting yourself be spooked by a video game. Whoa.
Just because there's a lot of magma down there doesn't mean that it's all going to come out. Big magma chambers can produce big eruptions, but they can also produce small ones. The real question is, what is the trigger that can set an eruption off? An earthquake, perhaps, opening up the roof of the chamber and allowing the magma to escape. But you see, many of the earthquakes at Yellowstone over the previous would have done that. And so far, not one had. To find out what was really going on at Yellowstone, we needed better images of the chamber. We also needed to see what was going on at ground level. We needed to be there. We closed the park to be safe, but that didn't stop the hordes of people coming to check it out for themselves.
Hey, Rick! Rick!
hang on.
Hey,
Miss Chin.
can we come in? Look, I've got to cover this one way or another. It's my job.
Okay. Do you want to cover this? All right, then you need to understand what it is that you're covering. Yeah, it's me. Get me Matt. Okay, come on in, Maggie.
Let's go,
I'm
guys.
sorry, guys. Not the crew, okay? Come on through. Just not the crew. It's me. We're going to give Maggie Chin the tour.
You're looking at the northwestern rim of the giant caldera. It's where the ground fell over 1,000 feet after the last super eruption.
So we're in the volcano.
Sure are. And I thought we'd take a little drive to the other side. So, what can you see?
Yellowstone Lake.
Okay. Now look out across the lake to that range of mountains on the far side.
The Absarokas.
That's right. How far would you say those mountains are from here?
How far? 10 miles?
Roughly 15. Now those mountains are where you'll find the eastern edge of the giant caldera. The western edge is about another 15 miles behind us. From north to south, it's even further. It's over 50 miles. So that's about 45 minutes of driving, and we're still only in the center of the volcano crater.
What's your point, Matt?
My point is, if this thing erupts,
Three, 2, 1. Our pile explodes in a fireball stretching so high into the sky that it's visible from half of South America, with so much power that the ground just splashes like water, forming a crater 100 kilometers across. Bedrock on the scale of whole mountain ranges is vaporized in an instant, while thousands of tons of material is catapulted away with such speed that it's ejected into space. Some leaves Earth forever, while most of it comes raining down as hot, burning debris that heats up the atmosphere to oven-like temperatures, killing most big animals and causing firestorms all over the world. The Earth's crust rings like a bell, struck by global earthquakes stronger than anything in recorded history, decimating cities around the world, while hurricane-force winds flatten every single tree in South America and wildfires consume the continent. The abundance of hydrocarbons in the Amazon burn to form ash are cast into the atmosphere, darting the sky and keeping sunlight from reaching the surface, dropping temperatures to near freezing worldwide. The ensuing global winter may last for decades and results in the extinction of every large animal species, humans included.
you'll die. If you think you're going to win some award or get promoted because you knew about this first, you won't. There won't be anyone around to give you your pat on the back. Ma'am, you need to get some perspective.
How close are we here from Norris?
25 kilometers as per handbook rules. Exciting, huh?
Oh, yeah. Very exciting. With any luck, it'll erupt while we have such a good view.
Rick?
Yeah.
Hey, it's Nancy. You better get up here right away.
Okay. So where's this uplift concentrated?
Here, Firehole River Basin.
Miles from Norris.
Hang on. The question is this rising magma or is this groundwater?
I could make a plausible case for either.
Yeah, I know you could.
Another 2.2 to the northeast of Norris.
That's the third today. So, we got another swarm coming?
I need the SRI data for the entire park. Could we get more instrumentation down at Firehole River Basin?
If we steal them from elsewhere.
Well, steal them.
The ground uplift, earthquake swarms, rising levels of carbon dioxide, and the hydrothermal event. All of these things can be indicators of volcanic activity. Equally, they can mean nothing. We closed the park to be safe.
Lebanon has been plunged into darkness after its two largest power stations were shut down due to a prolonged fuel shortage. Officials say the outage will last several days. Many in the country rely on private generators, but diesel is in short supply. Neighboring Iran has pledged to send more fuel shipments. Lebanon has suffered several power cuts in recent months amid an economic crisis that has seen the value of its currency fall by 90% since 2019. The army has been deployed to stop bank runs in Beirut.
From the latest technology to toys, building materials, and even food, many products are in short supply around the world. So what's causing the supply crunch? And will this mean higher prices for us all? This is Inside Story.
A massive cargo ship spending a third day stuck in Egypt's Suez Canal, clogging one of the busiest shipping routes in the world. Rescue crews now say it might take weeks to set it free. Today, multiple tugboats failed to dislodge the Ever Given. Officials say strong winds and a sandstorm knocked the ship off course. Shipping experts say the vessel's enormous size may have been a factor because the containers on deck can act as giant sails during windy conditions. All right, let me give you a sense of how big this ship is. Here's a comparison. The Evergreen is about 1,300 feet long. That is longer than the Eiffel Tower and almost as long as the Empire State Building.
Adding drought to the bitter cold. Climatologists say it will start getting better in a few years. But let's just say, I don't think I'll live to see another tan.
You can shove your climate crisis up your arse. You can shove your climate crisis up your arse. You can shove your climate crisis. You can shove your climate crisis. You can shove your climate crisis up your arse. Inside COP, they're just politicians and people in power pretending to take our future seriously, pretending to take the present seriously of the people who are being affected already today by the climate crisis. Change is not going to come from inside there. That is not leadership. This is leadership. This is what leadership looks like.
Mankind has been blind for thousands of years, for all of its history. We have come to a place whose wonders are 100-fold more amazing than anything on earth. Around us is clear evidence of the will of a higher power. I bring the vision to the blind eyes of men. I bring the word to the deaf ears of men. I will make them see it. I will make them hear it. Prophet Cha Dawn, Planet Rising.
To clear up the scale of what we still have to do all this time on. 80% of the USA covered by ash. 20% rendered unusable or uninhabitable. Cities and towns permanently abandoned. Billings, Cheyenne, Denver, Salt Lake City. I don't know how we've kept going, to be honest. I mean, just the animals. The livestock. Millions dead. Rotted where they fell. And the people. If it hadn't been for Walk to Life, 7.3 million lives saved. That was an achievement.